Here we are in Blue Earth, Minnesota at the Faribault County Fairgrounds, and this grassy lot was the site of our very first Chaos on Wheels show. 1995 was when the world was finally introduced to what we now know as Chaos on Wheels. I was fresh out of high school and didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. At the time I'd started a bike shop, and we decided to take some ramps, set them up here in this grassy lot, and do some demos to try to promote that shop and get some business. We had no idea what it would lead to, but now as I look back 10 years later, it's an amazing journey. It was actually at one of these shows that God really began speaking to me to use this as a ministry. When we originally started doing the shows, it was all about just having a good time, people coming out screaming and hollering, and I didn't really put a lot of thought into who we had on the team. I had a few guys that were into smoking and drinking and had some pretty rough language, and I didn't really think about it at the time, but after one of our shows here, I had some parents come up to me and tell me that their kids went home and rolled up a few pieces of paper, pretending like they were cigarettes, and began using some words that they'd heard behind the ramps. And God really used that to speak to me and say, you know, I've given you this and you need to use it to glorify me. Back to those first shows that we did here in Blue Earth back in '95, almost 10 years ago, it just amazes me how much things have changed. I look at the ramps and how the way we design them, how we set them up has changed. I look at the guys we have on the team and how we have awesome Christian riders now, guys who are just blowing people away with their riding skills and their testimony to Christ. And I look back at just all the ways that God's really blessed what we're doing and is using us to just share the gospel all over this country. And to think that it started right here in my little hometown of Blue Earth and at this fairgrounds is just really amazing to me. I think it can really be an encouragement to anybody that you can look at your own backyard and look at the people around you, your friends, your family, whatever, and you can begin there, and God can take you places you never even thought possible. You know, we always look at missions and think we need to go overseas or we need to do these big things, but God really wants us to start small and take what He's given us, and then as we use what we've given, you know, as the Word says, if we're faithful in little, He'll give us much. And I think God's really shown that with Chaos on Wheels, how we started here just as a little team, just trying to have a good time, and now we're traveling the country and sharing the gospel with thousands of people. Just a few weeks ago, we came back here to the Faribault County Fair, and we set up, not in this little grassy lot because we've outgrown it, but we set up across by the Midway, and we did what we call the first mega show. And we gathered a little bit of footage for that, and I just want you to check it out and enjoy it.